Hello, welcome to the Invest in Value channel. I am Victor, and in this video, I want to talk to you about Huntington Ingalls Industries. This company is a defense company. Their biggest sector is they make ships for the military, and they do carriers, battleships, all kinds of different shipbuilding. They've diversified into other areas of aerospace and defense and have a portfolio of defense-oriented products. Before I jump into analyzing HII, do me a big favor and like this video. Consider subscribing to my channel and click that bell if you want to be notified when I release a new video. Now, let me tell you more about HII. Now, with the war breaking out in the Ukraine, aerospace and defense companies have gone up in value. The prices have gone up, and HII certainly saw their price go up during this time. That is a good lift to the stock. I bought the stock when it was far lower than $222 per share, where it's trading at now. If you look at the last year, it's kind of been going sideways. So you had to pick your spots on where to buy the stock. That way you got a good value. Over the last 5 years, it's interesting that they had been trading up to about $280 per share in 2020, and then COVID hit and it took their valuation way down. I guess during COVID, everybody was afraid that we wouldn't be able to continue manufacturing and so forth. It was a great time to buy this stock because it really rose nicely. And now with, defense oriented stocks being really stable, if not going up, it's a good stock to have in my portfolio. So over the past year, it is up, it looks like 7%. But if you bought it at the right times, you'd be up much more. I think I'm up 25% on this stock. So the market cap is $8.92 billion for the entire company. Their price earnings is 16.5, and they pay a nice dividend of 2.12%. So I put HII in my value calculator to try to determine what is the value of all the free cash that this company is going to produce over time, and compare that to the current valuation and current stock price that this company is traded for. A couple of things to consider. I used a 7% discount rate. This is a defense contractor, long-term contracts to the federal government, nice and stable, nice and safe company. Historically, they've grown at 6%. They have these long-term contracts that their revenue is very stable, which is nice. They've been growing their cash flow at 9%, but the revenue has been growing at 6%. So I'm going to use 6% as the long-term growth for this company. And I'm expecting their free cash flows will grow by 6% over time. So when I take their free cash flows that we expect in the future and look at the net present value of those free cash flows, I estimate that the company is really worth $9.776 billion in value. They currently have a market cap of $8.92 billion. So slightly under, the value that I'm calculating. They have shares outstanding of 40 million shares. They've been buying back shares, which is good. But I calculate that the value per share is $243.99. And the stock is trading at $222.67, which leaves them a nice little cushion of a discount of 10%. So the company is fairly priced currently at the stock price. I would think that you want to pick your spots on when to buy HII and try to look at the dips and buy on a dip. That way you have a greater cushion in your investment as you hold HII. The performance of HII has been really good over the last 5 years. They've grown 6%. Their price to earnings is 16.5, which is good. It's lower than the average, and it's a good consistent industry. They are paying a dividend of 2.22%, and they're rebuying shares, making they're stabilizing their share price and even probably influencing the price to go up. They have nice free cash flow of $449 million that they generated last year, and that was a little bit lower than the prior year. They had some pension payments that they made that I'm not expecting are going to come back in 2022. It was a one-time payment, so that 449 should increase in 2022. The guidance they provide is they're a consistent company. They grow consistently. very dependable from a revenues perspective and a dividend. Their backlog is growing with wartime, really upon us. There's more defense spending. So they're getting, bigger contracts across the different products that they sell to the government since we are in a wartime. My outlook is the next year's growth is 6% plus, and longer term 6%. Just good, consistent company. Defense spending should increase, and it should be a theme over the next couple of years that we need to increase our defense spending to have a strong military. With this stock, you have a small upside in the stock, and they pay dependable dividend. The additional value of having HII is that it is a sector that is really stable or going up currently. And I think it's a good one to have in your portfolio. So it gives you stability. 2022, the S&P is down by more than 8%. So high growth stocks that don't quite make a profit yet are really getting hit. It's good to have good, consistent companies that are growing, making profit, having free cash flow, paying a dividend. Those are solid companies to own in 2022. So my plan on HII in 2022 is to hold my position. It's a good, stable stock. I've owned it for quite a while, like a year and a half, 2 years. I've picked spots to buy the stock on dips, and I'm glad I did because it's not a stock that's going to double anytime soon, but it is a good, stable stock that's held its value very well and is enabling me to beat the S&P this year. So let me just remind you that this video is for entertainment purposes only. I'm not recommending that you buy this stock or any security at all. I record these videos to share my experience as I invest. In this case, I invest in HII, and I hope you found it interesting. Let me thank you so much for watching my video and ask you to do me a giant favor and like my video, consider subscribing to my channel, and click that bell if you'd like to be notified when I release another video. Thanks again, and good luck investing in 2022.